so bad because I said something the other night, but I felt like I had to get that off my chest
Well, and it
because,
makes total sense that you had to. I mean, sometimes it's just good
well,
to get
I
it
just don't think it's
out,
fair that
get it
somebody that
done.
doesn't know me can just sit and judge me when they don't know anything about me as a person. All they're judging me on is that I love God and that I'm mouthy. So what?
Right, right. Well, shoot, I dealt with my own experiences of bullying. I didn't deal with physical bullying growing up.
Mm,
Um,
I
I
do.
luckily, in my entire 35 years of my life, I've never thrown a punch.
I haven't. Well,
I
I
have
have, but
never
it's
I
consistent.
have I have had people swing on me and I've been hit before, but I've never reciprocated. I've always
Totally.
stopped the fight or made sure it never even got further than it did. I've been choked out and I've had two guns pointed at me before in my life. And I've had a lot of experiences and a lot at very young age that a lot of people shouldn't go through. But the entire time that I went through those, and even as I got older and went through horrifying experiences, even then, the only thing that got me through was there have been people in this world who have gone through extreme conditions that are beyond what I could even imagine that my condition, my situation didn't even amount to a
Exactly.
single iota of what other people have gone through. And yes, even though my experiences do matter in my
They
life, you know,
they
they
changed
do,
this person.
but at the same time, I'll never know what they fully experienced either, being in their shoes. We can
I
never
didn't.
know what everyone's life experience is. We can only know what ours is and hope that with our experiences and hearing other people's stories about their own, we can hope for some kind of peace and respect that we all go through trauma, we all go through moments, you know. Even
Exactly.
though social media makes it seem like some people have the perfect life all the time, happy moments don't happen 24 hours a day.
No,
The
they
only
don't.
thing that we can do is, even in our darkest moments, is relish in those happy times that we have experienced and hold on to those and know that even in this dark shadow of a time, there will be more happy moments to come if you just hang on through it. You might not be able to
That's
see
right.
light at the tunnel that you're in right now, no matter where you are, what situation you're in. Because even though this pandemic is affecting all of us in our own way, I don't feel like I'm personally going through it in my own home, just simply for the fact that we stay to ourselves all the time anyway.
Yeah.
you know, I just because. But other people are having a more difficult time with it, and I get it. And it was even like that before this pandemic. Some people had a harder time being alone. And, you know, just know that as long as you keep gripping with those fingernails, eventually you'll be able to grasp onto bigger clumps of dirt and grass, and you'll be able to dig your way back up and out of it.
That's what I
Why do
said.
you think you're doing better than most?
Well,
It's not that I'm doing better than most, because
she has two
my
amazing
life
little
is extremely complicated and
she
not
has two
well.
amazing little
But
boys that
I'm
have really
saying, even though I have had my own terrible experiences in life, there are
she sees the
people who
silver
have gone
lining.
through worse. you
She
know,
looks for the
but
supply.
all I can do is hope that people take from my experiences the good things that I've seen
Mm,
and that I've
mm.
been able to pass on. You know, I know I'm not going to be able to change the world, you know, but I can just
But you
hope that
change your
with these
experiences.
little moments like this, it'll continue to sow seeds and cause that ripple effect.
That's
That's
right.
all anybody can hope for. And I pray that everybody who sees this, who sees people like you, Tina, who see our stories like this, anything, you know, that they can just hope for the same thing and cause their own positive ripple in the world as well, and hope that eventually it brings positivity to our society faster than what it is right now.
Yeah,
Because
we need
even
positivity.
for
That's what I
sure,
was
man,
saying.
even though there's a lot of us right now that are shining bright, it's not bright enough. We've got
Yeah.
to be able to get that beacon burning. That's
Like
all we
on
can
TikTok,
do.
I said today, I did a TikTok today, and I said, think about it. There's somebody that's doing so much more worse than you are. Somebody's doing much worse than you're doing right now. So have a little faith that things are going to be okay. And just
Now,
share the love I share with you with
for
somebody
real,
else.
that's all you
Just
can do. I love that.
share this love, you know. And what do I say? I say it after every single scope I've ever done, after every single message I've ever said. Share the love I share with you with somebody else, and smile at somebody.
My
'Cause you
heart
never
is
know.
racing.
Oh,
Uh,
bless your heart.
Oh.
I feel like you guys can hear it through my headphones.
Well, you can feel it, right? You can feel it, and I hope they feel it
It's
too. But you're passionate,
every
no doubt
time
about
I
it.
see Tina, I get such an emotional overflow come through me, and it's
I
because
appreciate
of
it.
her own experience, and she is very, you know, and I'm sorry if I'm talking too much. I'm a little
No,
baked, but uh, you know, every time you come on, you do try to exert a positive vibe, and yes, you have your moments when you're down and you're not
I
afraid to show
do.
it. You're not afraid.
But
Well, you
and I
might
mean
be
that.
afraid to show it, but at the same time, it's good for others to see it because you're not alone in it.
I try not to dwell on it because I don't want the family. And Michael, I don't know if you know, I have a family, what I call my family. Anybody that followed me on Periscope, they were my family, and they are my family.
Sorry, I'm gonna
Oh,
go
And
on
that's
mute.
nice. So you've built a community.
I
That's what you're
did,
saying. Yeah.
and everybody that follows me now is part of my family. So you're accepted as family because I look at that as a very important part of my day. And so when I go live and I talk to the family, I don't want them to. I try not to be negative or I try not to be down when I talk to the family. Now sometimes I am. Sometimes it
You've got to
gets.
be real though too, right?
I
Like,
am.
and if
I
they know
am.
you're in pain, they'll know it's okay to fully feel things.
Yes, and I've only been that way. I've been that way since I started my channel. Now I wasn't that way all along. It was only after 2 years ago, after I rededicated my life to God and decided that I was going to live my life authentically, that I was going to be authentically myself,
Yeah.
and that I wasn't going to live an inauthentic life online. I had been living a really inauthentic life with the family, and I finally just said, look,
You know they're
this,
drawn to your energy though. It's not so
well,
much the words that you say, it's the
no,
energy. Because you're
Well,
not
back then it
coming
was.
from fluff.
no,
It
and,
was.
You're bearing your soul here. So
and that's why I wanted to come clean because not only did God expect it, but I expected it of myself to the family.
Would
And
you say that back in the day before you were completely forthcoming with everybody, it was more what you thought people wanted to see of you?
yeah, Yeah, because I was living two lives. I was trying to act like a Christian, and I wasn't being a Christian. And I was, I finally blew up on that and just
Basically, like the
cursed out an
holidays.
entire group of people. And I lost everybody that followed me that night because I lost my temper because I was being bullied
Oh,
so
I don't think you lost everyone. Everybody has a bad day. Come on.
I didn't lose everybody, but I lost a core group of people because they thought I was living a Christian life. And I couldn't handle it anymore. It was just too much. But, at that point, I wasn't living an authentic lifestyle. I wasn't living a Christian life. You know, I wasn't being the person I needed to be as far as I was living. I wasn't living the authentic life I needed to live. And
Do you
I
think
needed
maybe you're being a little hard on yourself, though?
not a lot.
No, I
No,
think
sir.
you are. I
No,
don't think
She used to
anybody's
be
perfect.
harder.
no, sir, listen.
Really? Oh,
Oh
God.
yeah.
There's a
Oh yeah.
difference. No, there's a difference in living a Christian life and acting like you're living a Christian life. Big difference. You
Personifying
can still be a
perfection
Christian.
and aiming for what you can be as far as humanly
You
possibly
can
perfect.
say you're something all day long and not be that something. And you don't need to tell people that you're a Christian. You people should be
But
able
you're
to look at
growing, right? So as long as you're growing, that's all that matters. Like, I think it's dangerous
you.
to want to be perfect.
Well, I don't want to be perfect. I'm never going to be perfect. But when I changed, when I had my revelation, I made a step toward changing my life as things happened. And it wasn't because of the family, it was because of things that was going on in my life. I almost died. There were some things that happened. I was going through a lot of stuff. And I just saw that God was really working in my life. And so I
How
made
long
that
ago was
change.
that?
Huh?
How long ago was that?
Now it's been like 3 or 4 years ago. It's been a while. And so,
Okay.
I made the decision to rededicate my life to God. And when I did, I rededicated myself to the family and I said, listen, I'm going to be as honest as I can be and as open as I can be with you all, and I will not be an inauthentic person ever again. And I've not been. I've been as authentic as I can be. I've been as
Yeah.
honest as I can be.
But
I got
you do see it's dangerous, though, to
no,
seek perfection, right?
I'm not seeking perfection. I am as imperfect as a person can be, living a Christian life, but I'm being honest with the people that I love. That's what I'm trying to say. I
Yeah.
was living
Okay.
an inauthentic lifestyle and trying to act like I was being a Christian when I wasn't.
I think that's why so many people are suffering right now is they're trying to be things they're not, and they're not
And
fully feeling what
you
they're
you
feeling.
you need to know the difference in saying you're Christian
Hi,
and just
Dina. Yeah.
you know um not living the lifestyle, not following God, not even reading the Bible, not doing anything. Saying you're living the life, doing the things. I wasn't doing anything. I was doing everything opposite. I wasn't. I just cannot
Yeah.
tell you what to do. But
I just wanted to tell you that I love your energy and that I love that you're being authentic and that you're definitely, planting seeds of hope. And
I would
so
hope
I noticed it, and that was the reason I subscribed to you, because you were, a beacon of hope, and we need more of that.
that means a lot to me. You really don't know what that means to me. It means a lot because that was one thing that was important to me, important for me to share with the family, and I've tried to do that for a long time because I know there's people out there. I've even had haters. What we call haters are.
You're always going to have haters. So
I've even brought people over to the dark side. I've even converted some over to family. So, you know, no matter how bad people are hurting, sometimes they're hurting because they need to love. So maybe people can understand that because no matter what, if people hate watching you or love watching you, I love
Y-
you regardless.
Yeah, but you got them thinking. That's good. As long as you got them thinking,
Yeah,
sometimes it takes a while for people to see another pathway.
yeah.
Oh my goodness, I'm
It's
so
sad,
sorry.
because I come from a long line of being bullied, and like Selena and I talked. When you're bullied, it's, like I've got thick skin. My skin is so thick that bullying on Pearside never really bothered me. I've
Yeah.
been bullied by some
I like what you said though, that they're just most of the time lost souls that are seeking some form of light and they're looking for attention, and this is the only way they can get it.
That's true. And you get the rare few that are adults that just like to mess with people, and I dealt with one of those for a long time. That one's the one that messed me up. That was the one that caused me so many problems. And that's why I say that I'm really thick skinned almost every time that I meet somebody, because you get something like that messed up from being emotionally abused for so long, and you don't realize it. And then when you
It's hard to find yourself again, right? Yeah.
yes,
Yeah, I
and
get
so
that. I get that.
as well, thank God for that. With Satan's help and with God's help, I have healed.
Yeah,
Praise
and this can be a healing format for many people, including yourself, as long as you're real.
Oh,
Yeah.
listen, I tell things most people wouldn't tell on the internet, but I do it because I love people.
See, for me, when when my mom tried to put me in therapy when I was 12, I went for a year, and the therapist finally sat down with my mom and she was like, "Look, Kalina just will not open up to me. She's got walls that are built up that are understandably there." She said, "But she knows how to handle herself in a way that is beyond her maturity level should be," which has always been true for me. I've always been told that I have an old soul, and I've
You do.
learned
I was going
that
to say
in
the same
recent
thing.
times to a different extreme. But, um, you know, I realized probably, I don't know, 8 or 9 years ago that my therapy comes from talking to strangers. I'd hosted karaoke for 10 years, and random people would just come up to me and start telling me their life story and asking me advice, and I'm at least 20 years younger than them. And it's like, cool. If you take it, you take it. If you don't, you don't. And there was an argument that I got in with one of my really good friends one time, and they were like, look at your life. And I was like, yeah, look at it. Look at it. I was like, but for some reason, people are still asking me for advice and telling me what's going on and ranting and raving to me. The only thing I can tell you is the advice that I give you is coming to me from somewhere else. I can't tell you what, but it's meant for you. It's not meant for me. I take heed the advice that I do give in my own ways, yes, and I do try to fit them into my life as best as I can. But I have my own situations going on as well that sometimes prevent that from happening. And it's usually financially, but I can't complain. I won't complain,
Because you've got
and I
beautiful
sure won't
daughters
beg.
that I want
I
to hug
definitely won't beg,
so bad.
because I'm
So
not
bad.
that guy, you know? Um, but I know that, like I said, there's people worse off than me, and there have been plenty of times when even though I only have $1 to my name, if I see someone out there with a sign and they look like they need it, I will give you that dollar. I don't care.
That's what they do.
Sometimes all I have is the cigarette in my pack. Hey, are you a smoker? More than half the time, yes. Here, take a couple of cigarettes. It's all I got. And
It's funny you
every
say
time
that
it's
because
thank
those
you.
who tend to have the least give the most. I've always thought that was funny. You know, the ones
Well,
that seem to be
I've
the most
been
down
in
and out are the ones that'll
situations
help you.
where I need it the most as well, and I've been grateful for the people that have been able to help me when I needed it. I've
But
been homeless myself and
God
lived in a
blesses
shelter for
those.
2 months. You know, I know what
God
it's like.
blesses those
I've just
that
never held a sign.
help others in employment. I see great things for you. And
I
you
grew
know,
up in
be proud of
church,
where you come
Methodist
from.
church. Yeah, even though I don't really consider myself religious or Christian really anymore. You
I
know, you
know.
and I have talked about this. You
I
know,
know.
I still take those teachings to heart because that's what I grew up with. That's what I know, and that's
So,
how I know. That's the only way I know how to metaphorize or whatever you want to say, how to compare, and how to put it into terms for most people, because most of the people I talk to are Christians, and it's like, okay, let's put it into this perspective. I don't know the Bible front to back, cover to cover. I don't,
I don't
but
either.
I do remember the verses that stuck out the most when I was growing up. And you know, I was deep into church. I went every week. I was in choir. I was children's choir. I was the youngest one to join the adult choir. Like they had to vote me in and I joined and I was in bell choir. Like I was in it. But I saw also all the hypocrisy that came with it, and it broke my heart.
I know, honey.
The
And
hypocrisy
then
broke my heart
that's the sad
because here
part
I was growing up
in, in
dealing with
church.
being a child of sexual abuse,
I
not
know.
being able to know how to talk to my pastor about it. And
I
then
know.
having feelings of, maybe I could be gay, and not being able to talk to my pastor about it, feeling like maybe I'll be condemned. I want to continue going to church. I love the people that are in my church, and I love the feeling that I get from it when I sing, when I worship, all of that. I still get the same feelings from those old hymnals, from those old hymn songs, you know. I can't help it. I can't help it. There will always be those emotional ties.
Oh,
But
yeah.
all I can, like I said, all I can do is hope that my lighthouse beacon touches those that need it the most and that they are able to shine in the most positive way as well.
Kalina made me feel like a loved person after that. And her little boys make me feel so loved when I see them. I just want to snuggle them and just give them big hugs and just kiss their little cheeks. They're so precious. And not a creepy way. I just think
No,
they're
I
so
know. You actually
sweet.
help me like calm down a little bit because I constantly feel like a failure as a parent.
Kalina, listen, let me tell you something. If anything, I will ever, and this is something, and I'm going to get a little bit emotional here, so just bear with me, okay? Because you know how I am around people with kids. You are a fantastic mom. There's one thing I know absolutely certain, without a doubt in my mind. You love your babies, and you take the best care of those kids. They are loved, they are cared for, they are clean, they are
I prayed
happy,
for them for too long to have to lose them.
and they are fed, and they are loved. I've seen them. They are so happy, Belinda. And if you weren't taking care of your children, it would show. You love your babies. You're a good mom, and I'm
Oh,
so
that's
proud.
beautiful. That's beautiful. Ladies, I do have to go. I just wanted to come in and tell you that I
Oh,
I enjoyed your energy, and you know what? That's powerful. Keep doing what you're doing. You're going to help people.
thank you.
Thank you. It was
Thank
nice
you for
meeting you
having me
officially,
so
Michael.
Yeah, I have a show every morning from 6:30 till 7:30, and it's
much.
mostly just
Right?
positive people
Early in the morning.
early in the
I'm
morning.
usually still asleep.
And I
But
I
if I
do it before work, and we
That's
get
awesome.
people from all over the world who come in, and it's just a good way to start your day. And
Well,
we need more light like this. This is
well,
what we need right here.
I will email
Thank you.
and say
Amen
hello.
to that.
Well, I hope our paths cross again in the future. Thank you so much for your time today.
God
I
bless
agree.
you. You have a wonderful day.
I hope you get some kind of sleep between now and 6:30.
Um, I
I
can't believe it
actually
took me
caught his
these years.
stream this morning because I was still awake.
Oh, were you? I don't know.
Well,
I was
you know
really
me.
happy last night. I kind of dozed off and I thought it was, but I went to bed because I just thought, let's see, I gotta need prayer so I don't fall out like I said yesterday. I said,
I ended up taking a nap like earlier in the day, so I was wide awake and I'm shivering right now because I'm so cold. I've got my
"Oh,
space heater on, so I'm so sorry if it's really
no,
shaky.
no, you're fine. I just don't want you to freeze to death. I'm a little chilly, so
Oh no.
I get hot. My parents are in Tennessee, flipping hot in this house at night because they get cold at night. It gets down to like 20 degrees. And so mom has, and for some reason, for the last couple of nights, I'm just not sleeping. Like last night, I went to bed and I kept waking up. Like I kept waking up hot. And when the alarm went off this morning, I was like, "Are you kidding me? Is it time to get up already?"
Mm,
I'm like,
yeah,
no.
that's real.
But let me tell you, I met the doctor today. I met my oncologist.
Mm-hmm.
Incredible guy, nicest doctor I've ever met. And this woman told me he was a real male chauvinist. And I was like, I wonder where she got that from because he sure wouldn't know if his name was mom. Like he was so friendly. He told me, he said, my iron infusions went really well. He said, it looks like your iron has come up. He said, it
Wow.
looks like we did pretty well, but he said, I kind of looked at my numbers and it looked like my numbers have come down a little bit.
Mm-hmm.
And so he said that they went ahead and did a anemia panel just in case because I was anemic when I was born. And since I've had my hysterectomy and stuff, and I've had a gastric bypass or I had a gastric sleeve, he said he wanted to do an anemia panel just to make sure that I didn't need maintenance once a month.
All
Once
right.
he said once a week. I don't want to come in a week once a week, He said he didn't want to do that because people that have that done have a tendency their body doesn't absorb the iron like it's supposed to.
Oh wow. Yeah, that makes
So
sense.
yeah, so he said, so for right now, if I'm not anemic, which we're hoping I'm not anemic, but one of my numbers isn't working right. Like my anemia number, it's not doing anything. That's what
Mm.
he's worried. So we're gonna look at my anemia number and see if it's not, I have to go back for maintenance. Hopefully just once a month. But if it's okay, that's right. If it's okay, I don't have to go back and do anything. And I'm thrilled. I mean, at least I've got a doctor that wants to treat me and that is so nice. Asked me questions, wanted to ask me things about if there was cancer in the family, um, other stuff. And yeah, we talked about all of it. And I said, one of the doctors that they went to send me to didn't even want to treat me. And he said, I know why you didn't treat me because of the hospital. That's exactly why they didn't treat me because they don't treat people. They're on
Wow.
Medicare. And so I said, well, that's kind of sad considering it was 2 blocks from my house. And I had to drive 35 minutes to go get treatment every time I went to do it. But I don't mind
Jeez.
considering he did such a good job. But so
Well, I
that
hope it all
point
comes
was
out
over.
good.
So let's hope I can go back to work.
I'm keeping my
I hope
fingers
it
crossed, my toes crossed, my elbows, eyes, and
mm,
everything else.
cross your eyes. Don't cross your eyes too much because they might get stuck that way. We wouldn't
Yeah,
want
right. I
you
know how
remember
to
when we said
TikTok
at the store,
clock my
don't
eyes.
do this because they might get stuck that way.
Uh-huh. Better not make that face.
I'm so glad. Dana, honey, are you still in here? I can't tell if Dana's still in here. I hope you are. What I wanted to tell you, Miss Dana, is that I sent you I added the girl on Instagram. And if she wants to message me any questions or anything, just have her Instagram me. Any questions she has, or if she wants to call and talk to me, she can get my number, or I can get her phone number and talk to
You know what's funny
her.
about my
If she's
Instagram? I
yeah,
have no
there's
pictures on it.
a lady that wants to talk to me about surgery.
Sorry, I'm
Do what?
painting a magnet. I said
Oh, you're
my
painting a magnet?
Instagram has absolutely no pictures on it. I don't even have a profile picture.
What good are you?
And I have friends.
What
Hi,
good are you?
Dina. Well,
Let me see.
it's kind of like a silent protest. I've never said anything about it on Instagram. So, a friend of mine, she's done my hair for like the past 10.5 years. She posted a picture of me on there, and I wanted to view it. But in order to see it, I had to make an account. And it made me mad. And I always said I would never have an Instagram because I'm not that guy. I'm not a selfie kind of person, you know. And I had to make one just to see the picture.
I
So,
don't
out
post
in
pictures.
protest, I refused to post any pictures.
I don't usually post pictures of just myself. I'll post stuff, my TikTok stuff, or like if
Oh,
I do
like I'm
post
not judging anybody who has an Instagram. It was just my own personal protest, and I follow several friends who
just like,
have one.
you're so cute. You're so cute, Kalina.
I think it's funny every time I tell people that they're like, "Well, why don't you just post
I
pictures now?" I'm
I'm
like,
so
"Eh."
so I do.
There's
Yeah.
a one one girl that I follow. She's all about positivity. I don't know if you've ever heard about her, but you should totally look her up on YouTube. Her name is Ali Spagnola, and it's
Oh, she's the one that does music.
yes, it's Ali.
I love Allie.
She
No,
she has got some amazing edited TikToks
she
too. She's
is
freaking
crazy.
awesome.
Allie is
I've been
crazy.
following her since
Her,
her college days when
her
she was doing
reading,
power hours.
her remake of Billie Eilish's "Bad Guy"
Oh yeah. Oh yeah.
just blew me out of the water. Just blew me out of the water. I
She's
love
phenomenal. And like
she.
honestly, I've always said since before she even started big, you know, I was always like I feel like she's like my soul on the outside who's financially able to do everything I've always wanted to do.
Poor Kalina.
No, no, like I'm not like poor me about it. I'm like, yes, go you. Keep doing this. Please do more. Like I feel like if she had lived in Kansas or I lived in California, we would have totally been friends.
Oh yeah.
Oh yeah.
You know, on YouTube, you know what you would connect with. Like,
Mm.
have you seen the Chinese couple that does food reviews? What is their names? I have to look them up.
Honestly, I watch a lot of
I found them through this other. Well, they found me. They actually found me through a lady that does cookies. And what I got hooked on was the people that love the cookies and they decorate them. I added her, and he found me by her page and added me. And they've blown up. Like
that's
these channels
awesome.
are blowing up. And I'm like, I can't believe I'm friends with this. You know, you put
Right.
use the term friend loosely. And it's really cool to know people that are, took off on YouTube. And, I've been on YouTube since YouTube started.
Right.
And of course, my life's not that great. It's not that fascinating, and I don't really have anything that didn't hit or didn't, um, anything really to put into it, you know, to
Right.
interesting. Didn't have coffee or anything.
I feel
Supplement.
like if you would have like video vlogged your weight loss journey and all of that, it would have
I
gone
did for a
somewhere.
long time.
Well, but like, you know what I mean, like
I
editing and all that
watched. I
stuff.
did watch it. I've recorded all those videos. They're all recorded. And when I start walking this summer, I'll probably get it. I want to get it up. That's really what I want is to go
I
first.
mean, it'd be really cool to do like a montage, like if you want to get your YouTube account going
I,
more. It'd be
I'm not
cool to do
pushing.
like a montage video of all of that from the past up till now, and then do your channel from now and your
Do you know
journey
what
now
the name of
on.
my YouTube channel is? The
Huh?
Quack Shack. The name of my YouTube channel is Quack Shack.
Oh, that's funny.
Well, everybody makes fun of me. I'm like, do you know what the Quack Shack is? It's the nut house.
Oh, that
The
makes
Quack
sense.
Shack.
That's
The,
hilarious.
the it's a mental hospital. That's what I
Yeah,
call it.
I've
And
never heard
people
that.
username and they're like, because my nickname was Duck, so I called
Hmm.
it the Quack Shack, the Duck House. You know the it was a play on it was a pun on the Crazy House because
Right.
I wanted to do something to play off doing what I had started doing on my channel. Really was this character. I had my hair over my eye like this. And I was doing, and I had like I forget 400 and something people following me on Facebook. And
That's
then
awesome.
I changed my username, or they made us change our usernames because we had, certain. Then we had to change our usernames, and when we did, I lost like 300 subs
Oh,
because they didn't know who I was.
that's rough.
Yeah, well, it is what it is. Then I lost my monetization. Thank you, YouTube. Take my monetization. Give me rip off. I thought that sucked. I wasn't getting anything. It wasn't like I was making anything. But they took it away from me just the same. Just like Periscope did.
Wow.
Periscope sucks too.
Right? Oh well. Just another man we gotta stick it to.
Oh, I wrote Peter. Showed Peter what I wanted. This is not. It's not a failure. Oh well, make it happen. Dadgummit.
I created a new magnet today,
Oh, you
and
did. Do show.
it's it's pretty epic. Can I can't see you anymore now that I went.
Ruh-roh.
That's not cool.
Ruh-roh. I can see you.
It's making it hard to paint this one-handed.
Well, you
But
put the phone down. I won't stop.
I'm afraid to
Oh, you
show it
can't see
here
me.
on
I'm
your
like
stream because
out of the phone.
it's a
I'm not
little.
even.
Oh no,
No,
you're there. I can see you now. It's just when I
no.
flipped it to landscape, I couldn't see you
I'm
anymore.
just like down here, background.
You've disappeared. Put your sunglasses on, and I won't be able to see you anymore.
I don't have any. I put my reading glasses on.
Where'd you go, Frankenstein?
Do they see you pretty funny?
I love that movie.
Oh, I can see you. Got my reading
Whoa,
glasses
what
on.
is I have way too much stuff on this table. Ah, I love those.
Reading glasses. Oh, I like these glasses.
I'll
It's too
definitely
hard.
send you a picture of this magnet that I've created.
Okay. Have you got my cell number?
Yes.
Okay. See.
Yes.
Yeet. I think that's so silly. People here say yeet. What does that mean?
I am not into the yeet world at all.
No, listen, I used to say yurt. They do this, they go yurt.
Oh my gosh. It's the redneck version.
That's what they used to say years ago. Yurt. So is that the new yeet? I don't
Yeah,
get it.
right. Check out what Liam made.
Oh, how precious.
That's his cat boy.
Did really well. It's got eyes and nose.
I know, right?
Did
So
really?
I helped him with this, but he did quite a bit of it, and he painted it all by himself.
You're gonna make me cry.
It's a dinosaur. Isn't that awesome?
That is precious. You're gonna make me cry, Joy. It's so
Oh man, I love it when he's like having good days and we craft together. He's just all in it. It reminds me so much of me.
babies are so precious. And I love it when he talks to the camera, when he's talking, when he's
I
just
know, right?
talking to big sense. I don't know what he's saying, but whatever he's saying, it's
Sometimes he
precious.
just has such big words that he blurts out too. Oh my
Oh, I
goodness.
love it.
It's awesome. Well, and it's thanks to some of these shows that I let him watch. Like I've been letting him watch more of Disney Plus
What
lately.
about Bluey? Have you
Like
ever seen what's Bluey?
I've pretty much outlawed YouTube altogether for him because I
No,
used to let
Blippi
him
is
watch.
okay. Now let me tell you why. Blippi is what we let AJ and Jake watch. Blippi
What
has
is it?
taught AJ and Jake so much. It's ridiculous.
What's it called?
Like Blippi's on YouTube.
Oh, okay.
Blippi's on YouTube Kids. And
Oh yeah, the
these days on
weird dude,
.com, Blippi.com, you get all the
weird dude
stuff
with the
on
glasses and stuff.
YouTube.
Yeah.
Yeah. AJ
Well, the
loves
problem with Liam was that he would just fall into the rabbit hole of video game people, and he would watch the like Siren Head ones and stuff, and it's like, I need you to get out of these. We need to
No,
get out of this rabbit
I
hole.
think you can take him to Blippi.com and you can have him watch the video just at Blippi.com. I think that's how I'm basic, where
That's
he
cool.
can only watch Blippi there.
Hmm.
And Blippi teaches him about everything. Raspberry, they show you how they pick things, how they freeze things, raspberry jam. They take you to a playground. They all go to the playground with them. And
It's
they
like a
show you
new
how to
age uh, Mr. Rogers, basically.
yeah,
Remember the
Blippi.
Crayon
Do you know the
Factory
story about
episode?
Blippi?
I still remember that one.
Yeah, but do you know the story about Blippi? The guy that plays Blippi, he was in the military. He had a niece and nephew that were his sons. Blippi started out as a character he would send videos back home to him to connect with them while he was gone in the military.
Oh wow,
And it took off on YouTube. I mean, his channel took off.
that's
And
cool.
he's a multi-million-dollar product
Wow,
now. And, I mean, the guy's good. I mean, I'll be a little crazy, but the guy's good. I mean, he, I mean, I was a little bit worried about it at first. I thought he was like a grown man
that's awesome.
playing this, like Blue's Clues, but that guy had quit because started following me and that fucking me. Why he quit, that's why Steve had to leave the show because he went bald.
Yeah,
So,
I remember that.
yeah, so Blippi wears a hat. And
That's
Blippi wears a
hilarious.
hat. So, yeah, it's a really cool, it's really cool. My niece and my sister Debbie were the ones that ever looked at those guys.
That's cool.
They did research on him. They did research on the channel. I mean, they made sure that his stuff was on the channel so that everybody knows about it because they weren't
That's
going to let
awesome.
him on something that wasn't good in
Right.
case of poison or side stuff. AJ was the only one that knew what a quadrangle was.
Do what?
AJ was the only boy that knew what a quadrangle was.
Oh wow.
in school, they had all these images, right? Asked the kids what these certain images meant. Who knew what a quadrant was out of
That's
all the images?
awesome.
And they said, "Where'd you find that? How do you know that?" And he said, "Read it."
Liam's been watching that show, Sid the Science Kid. Have you heard of that one?
Yes.
He's been watching that one, and so when we went up to my mom's for Christmas, he had said something. I think he said investigate. My mom was like, "What?"
That's
And he used it in the proper way. She was like, "Oh my God, these big words that he's saying." And I was like, "Oh, I know." I said, "It's partially these shows that he's watching." And I said, "You know, Tom and I both talked about it when I was pregnant with him. Was I am very adamant against baby talk.
yeah.
I was
Oh, I
I
love
started
baby talk.
babysitting when I was 9, and so I
Yeah.
was very I would read the babysitting books, the nanny manuals, I watched the shows, I was
Uh-huh.
very good at my job. And so I feel like I'm failing as a mom because I was such a good nanny.
You're,
But um,
you're not.
you know, uh, I would I told him, I said, I am absolutely against baby talk. We will talk to him like he's an adult. We will use normal words and normal language. I said, as far as uh, private parts go, we'll use,
Slang.
childlike words in the beginning. But, like, he's going to turn 6 in February. And
Now,
he
is this the
already
blonde-headed,
knows.
darker-headed child?
This is the lighter haired one, my oldest
Like,
one. The dark haired one is Kieran. He's
yeah.
4. He's my Down
Kieran's the
syndrome
one that
dude.
just has melted my heart
Yeah,
about
he's my Down syndrome
they're
guy.
both of them. But Kieran has melted my heart into a million pieces because when he gets on there and he starts talking to the camera, I'm like, yes, honey, whatever you want. Did you say you need $1 million? Well, let me go to the bank and just get it
You're
right
right.
out. Oh,
I know.
I don't have it, but let me go get it.
Right, exactly. Like,
But he just
but
says,
it's
you just know
awesome.
he's saying, please go give me $1 million. I need some toys, Aunt Tina. Please go get them. Sure, I will do that.
Oh man, it's great. And I'm not doing so great as far as like the reading to them goes. I'd be the first to admit that. It's very hard to find the time to read to them and to get them to actually focus on it.
It's
That is
hard.
the hardest thing that I've found
You
with
do
it.
it at night. Have you tried doing it at night before they go to bed?
Yeah, it's all times of day I've
Yeah,
tried.
yeah,
It's just I've found that the best time for me to read with them is when they show interest and bring me the book. That's the only time I
yeah.
got right now.
That's the only time Becky would do it. That's the only time my sister would do it. My niece, she used to read all the time.
Well, and if
She would
Liam
go
was
to
an
the
only
book.
child, it'd
She
be
would take it to my
different,
sister. Yeah,
you
she
know?
would. She'd go to the book and she'd take it to my sister. And she'd say, Mama, read. And my
Aw.
sister would read it to her. And so, and Becky's a real learning child. And she's 20, she turned 27 yesterday, the day before yesterday.
Oh, wow, that's awesome.
Doctor said she wouldn't live to be 16.
Wow.
I'm telling you, Paulina,
I mean, doctors know things, but at the same time, when it
they
comes
don't
to
know
life
everything.
expectancy, no one knows.
Well, she's got rumination syndrome. I don't know if it is, but
Mm-mm.
the body rejects food.
Oh,
And
jeez.
she's not bulimic, but her body rejects food. And so she's not doing anything as far as she's not been able to keep it. She's not really doing very good.
Wow. That's amazing that she's been able to go on this long.
Yeah. I also told her she wouldn't be able to have kids either. And look, she's got two beautiful little boys.
Uh-oh.
Huh, you almost left me. Oh,
Are we good?
yeah. You're
Okay.
back. Oh,
Your face isn't next to me anymore. I'm
oh.
sad. There we go. Okay.
I was
I
trying to
can see
say,
you again.
don't leave me. Don't leave
I don't know what happened. All of a sudden it flashed and I was like, oh,
me.
okay, are we done?
We've been live for an hour and 3 minutes.
I think someone said that it gets glitchy after an hour. So
Yeah,
that's
I think
probably
it
what
won't
it
be much
is.
longer because
I
it's
can't
still
believe it's already been that long. It's crazy.
we've been having fun.
I appreciate you letting me come on with you, though. This
No,
is fun.
I've had so much fun
I'm
playing.
loving it.
I really enjoyed it.
I need more of these moments.
I've missed being on here.
Shoot, I'd be willing to share my stream with you any day.
Oh, thank you, sweetheart. I generally try not to stay up super late. It's a bit late.
How old, Dina? Like, he's with him being 4 years old. Like, I have no idea what to expect when, with him growing up right now. But at the same time, like,
I didn't know
I
that
don't,
thing.
I don't want to screw him up. And I know that's every parent's fear. I know it really is. It's like, how do I make sure I'm not going
I'm
to?
going to say something. Raise him as if he's okay.
No, yeah, that's what
Don't
I've been
treat
doing.
him like he's
And
not.
I have conversations with Liam every now and then and remind him, you are his brother and you are his first friend. And you need to make sure that you will always be there for him through any anything. And I
Yeah.
told him he's very physical. Both of them are very physical. I didn't realize how wrestly boys are until I had
Oh
my own.
gosh, yes.
I thought it was a cliche type of thing, but it's not.
No, no.
And
Boys are getting those.
I had to explain to him, you've got to be nice to your brother. You've got to try not to fight with him so much because eventually you might have to defend him and fight off others for him. So don't be his first bully. Be his first friend. And
Oh my goodness, Damien, she's 25. I had no idea
that's
that
awesome.
a 25-year-old child that was like, bless your heart.
That's one thing that,
Let me tell you
knock
something.
on wood, everywhere,
Your
whatever, that
your
I got
son
very
could grow
blessed with
up.
not having to deal with Kieran was heart
Your
issues.
son could grow up to be a lot stronger than his brother, and you have to fight off
I know
bullies.
he's been warned several times.
That's
Especially considering he's already like a barrel. It's like,
it's basically it's like
Liam, you're
he's gonna be
kind of
fine.
like a lanky dude. I don't know if you see this, but your brother's more like a stocky barrel here. You're
They're
not
both
careful, he's going to
just
be able to chuck you across the room.
I just want to squish them.
Oh.
I just want to be with
There's a
them.
lot of times where when they're wrestling, Kieran hasn't been down on the floor. Like, geez Louise, kid.
I'm my mom's forever child. I'm not my mom.
I'm an only child.
I'm
To
pure.
my mom was a single parent forever. Like, she and my stepdad finally got married last February on my grandma's birthday. But they got together, they started dating when I was 16. So it's officially been 19 years that they've been together.
That's crazy.
And even though it's been that long, and even though he is the closest thing to a dad that I've ever had, like, he never actually felt really like a stepdad or dad to me until after I had Liam. That's when we finally connected and bonded on that level. And part of it was because he never had any kids at all, and he never dealt with babies at all. And so when he got with my mom, here I am already a teenager. So I wasn't really that hard to manage. I was really easy to get along with back then. Just like I am now. I was just as boring as I am now. My roommate, he'll come in. What are you doing? Oh, clay stuff. All right, bye. Because he knows I'm stuck on it for hours. If I were to live stream, as long as I work on clay stuff, it'd be like 4 or 5 hour stream, and people would be bored out of their minds because it's mostly silence and my children bugging me.
They're delicious. Your children are delicious.
Mom, 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 mom.
Mom, mommy, mom,
Exactly. But then I remind myself, hey, it's not going to be like this for too long. Pretty soon they're going to be like, get out of my face, get out of my room, get out of my life.
leave me alone. Don't talk to me. I hate you. Leave me alone.
I've already heard that one. I've already heard I hate you.
Oh, mom, leave me alone.
Well, I was
I've
shocked the
never
first
told my
time I
mother
heard
I
it.
hate her. That's one thing I've never said to my mom. I've never told my mother I hate her. That was our code. If I ever called my mother and said I hate you, she knew something was wrong and she couldn't get me. No matter what else.
Wow.
That was our trigger.
It's sad, disheartening, to know that people have to have those
I
type
know.
of things, but I'm glad that you did. I'm
Yeah,
glad that you had the support there.
we had, I was a bad kid. I didn't control perfectly. I always stayed out late. I didn't follow the rules. I was a child. I was a little rebel. And I would stay out late. And she always told me, she said, promise me that if you're out one night and you get in a situation you can't get out of, you just call me and tell me you hate me. And then you'll
That's
find a way to tell
perfect.
me you're out, and I will come to you.
That's perfect. Wow.
I said, okay, that'll work for
More
me.
people should use that are closer to their
Because she
parents.
said that's one thing I would never do. She said,
Right.
what's the one thing you would never tell me? I said, that I hate you. She said,
Yeah,
that.
my mom and I, we talk almost every day, and even when I was living practically right next door to her, we talked almost every day on the phone. And some of my friends would even, jab me about it a little bit, like, geez, don't you ever get tired of talking to her? It's the same thing, that you tell her the same thing every day. And it's like, yeah, but even though it is like that, it's always just been me and her. And that makes a lot of sense. Like, we never had that kind of code, but I always knew that if I was in a situation, I could call her. And that night that happened with Tom, he shot himself at it was almost 2 a.m. And when I called her, she knew something was wrong because I never call at 2 a.m. ever.
Oh, yeah, just
And
imagine
it was
again.
pouring down rain that night, and she and my stepdad loaded up and they came in.
I hate that feeling. I hate that you had to go through that.
I do too. You know, I don't, it's like, it's hard to believe that on the 15th it'll be 4 years.
I know. And I've known
It's
you.
really hard to believe that.
I've known you for 4 years because
Yeah,
it's
because my roommate was the one who introduced me to Periscope, and he was like, "You should join and support me." He was like,
it
"If you don't
happened
ever want to
shortly
live stream,
before.
I get it." Yeah.
It happened shortly before we met each other. And you told me
Mhm.
that. You were like, this happened. And I'm like, oh my God, how are you? How are you dealing with this? I'm not dealing with it. That's why I'm here.
Right.
And I'm like, Lord, you can talk to me anytime you want to. And we remember we talked there for a while and then you disappeared. I didn't see you for
Right.
a long time. And I was like, oh my God, okay. And then you come back, your phone gets stuck. And then you didn't have the phone for a while. And
Mhm.
then you came back and I was like, oh my gosh, it's so good to see you. I missed you. You're like, you remember me? I'm like,
Right.
really? I can't remember some people sometimes. Like, there's some people,
Just stick
you'll
out.
get in your head, you'll know people that you'll meet, and they make such an impact on your life that they bookmark in my brain. And you were one of them. You just, I bookmarked in my brain. I had worried about you. And when you came up, I was like, oh, how are you? And it was just like we never stopped talking. We were just
Right.
like that.
It's been a fun ride ever since.
I hope so. Well, I have to let you go. It's 2:15 here. My husband's asleep. But I love you. I'll take you soon. Oh my gosh, how cute is that?
Isn't that adorable? It's a keychain. I've been really tempted because, and I feel extremely, extremely bad. It's been almost 2 years now since I've told you I was going to make you something.
Honey, listen.
And it's been like a year since I've had it done.
Honey, listen. I am not in the least bit concerned. I wasn't worried. Things happen. People have situations. I wasn't worried about
I kind of want to spoil it a little bit. Can I spoil it a little?
it.
Can I?
Yeah, well, yeah.
Because I honestly don't know when I'll be able to send it. But it's still not the way I want it to be, honestly.
Okay.
Like, I am such a perfectionist about stuff sometimes that it's still not where I want it to be.
Okay.
But I'm not going to show you the inside,
Okay.
okay? You only get to see the outside.
Okay. How precious is that? You're gonna make me cry.
When I first made it, I only had the bear head on there, just the head, and I was like, this looks kind of creepy and a little weird. I think I'm going to put a body on there. Can you see what it says?
No, it's a
It says hug.
hug. It's a hug. Oh,
I've been holding back on that so long for showing you, but I couldn't hold it back anymore. Like, I'm terrible at surprises, but I won't show you what's inside.
okay.
I'm glad you like it.
I don't like it. I love it. Thank
I'm
you.
excited for you. Yes.
That is incredibly sweet.
I've got a little box for it and everything. I've just got to ship it.
How much will it cost you to ship
I have
it?
no idea, honestly.
Well,
I
let's
really
go to
don't.
the post office. Find out how much it will cost to ship it, and I will send it to you on PayPal so you can ship it. Okay?
Okay. All right. I'll do that. Thank you, Dina.
No, she is very talented. Not only is she talented about it,
I feel so bad that it's taken so
she's
long to
talented
come to
by
you.
heart too. I love it. It's not fair.
You
I
want to
hope
see my check
I
this
hope
out.
you know how much I love you. I love that. That's
Isn't
really
that cool?
yeah.
My Facebook page is Custom Clay Creations, though, just because I want to actually LLC that, and I looked it up, and it's not taken yet. So
You
I
better hurry up now.
I just don't know how much it'll cost to do it.
I'm not sure. You have to check, but I don't think it costs a whole lot. I
It's
mean,
not
it
a whole
depends
lot.
on it. My brother got a house. It just takes a little time. I have the
Right.
money for all the. I think it's like, when he did his, it was like I'm wanting to say the number I'm thinking of could be like $25, but that's probably not.
Yeah, see, I think it's around that much, like 25 or 30
But
bucks.
I
It's
don't have
not
any
that
reason
much.
to know that I don't think it'd be a whole lot.
Yeah. So.
Selena, that's so sweet. Thank you.
You're welcome. I'm so glad that
I
you like
love
it.
you.
Yeah.
I love you too, Danielle. But I feel bad when people make things for me because I'm not talented enough to. I don't have talent. my fingers.
You do.
Well, not really.
You have talent.
Well, thank you. I'm glad you think so. I really don't think I do, but
I don't
I
know, do
love
you cross stitch or something? You know, paint by number?
no, well, I can paint on my phone. No,
See? There you
what I
go.
can do. No, I know what I can do. I can do digital art, but it has to be like shapes. I made a
That's
line
awesome.
of shapes today, so I can do that.
See,
It just
I'm
takes
not a
practice.
digital art person. I am
I never
totally
had
hands
to.
on.
I took circles and squares and stuff and made a line out of it. It was the coolest thing I've ever seen. I'd never made one before. It really made.
It's awesome.
But anyway, I'm gonna go now that I've cried sufficiently. And I love you
I love you.
much.
This has
And
been such a great night.
it has been. Um, yeah, text me, let me know what's going on. Find out how much it costs to ship it. And I'll send you the money. That's not a problem.
All right.
Okay. I
Be
love
prepared to cry again. I'm just fair warning. But
Oh, you're still making me cry.
you're gonna jump up and down a
Not
little bit
seeing
too
him getting
because
ready
it's
for my
kind of
voice.
awesome.
Listen, you're not seeing him getting ready for my voice to me weeping because that would just send me over the edge. Because my boys, I love the babies. You just got my whole life. Now, where is it you live in California?
Well, we
Like,
just moved in
like,
November to Oklahoma from Kansas.
because I think I'm gonna go down south first, I think. But you're not that. I mean, you're a little bit ways away, but I would be willing
Well,
to
we live in a
to
terrible
move
trailer,
there.
just so you know.
Well, because there's other people that live like Midwest that I would like to meet up with. So
Fantastic.
I'm wanting to try to have like meetups so that I can meet up with people.
That would
So
be awesome.
yeah, I'm gonna try sometime this year if we can ever get COVID under wraps somewhere.
One of these days, I'm gonna get my school bus. One of these days. And then
That
I'll
would be
just be able
cool.
to drive cross country and see
Well,
whoever I want.
Thomas said he'd get me a van. Thomas said we'd get us a bus and he'd take me wherever I wanted to go. And I'm like,
Man,
we
like
have to get a
seriously,
small
my
bus.
dream since I was a kid, like before it became a trend on YouTube,
To
since
get a
I
bus.
was like 7, I wanted a school bus. Because I saw one. My
Oh,
mom
yeah,
was
they
driving
do.
down the highway and I saw one and it was renovated. And all I saw was a bookshelf on the back door. And I fell in love with it. I was like, I want that. That's all
Yeah,
I've
I
ever wanted.
wanted a small one. I wanted a small one, not just one of the big buses, like a bread truck.
Hmm.
My grandma and grandpa had a bread truck, and they took the benches down the side, they would fold out for the bus, and they
That's
covered the
awesome.
seats so that the seats would be packed, and then you could fold it all the way out to make it
Oh, wow.
comfortable in the middle.
Macabry
And
with the school bus actually, you renovate it to turn it into basically an RV, so you
oh
would
yeah,
have AC and heat,
everybody,
everything. My plan for my bus is it would be I would have solar power pretty much
mm-hmm,
throughout the entire
that'd be
thing. I would
perfect.
have a compostable toilet and I would do, you know, yeah.
Um,
It really doesn't cost that much. Like if you wanted to go bare minimum, the
you
most
get
you
a
would have to pay,
bus.
it depends on the base cost of the school bus you find first of all. But as far
Mm,
as renovations go, the base price minimum is about 5 or 6 grand, and you can take it as high as you want and make it as extreme as you want.
because when they sell off the school buses, they're not in bad shape. They're
No,
all of them have been they
because they're
maintain
only allowed to use them for so many years.
yeah, they maintain them very well. They don't well sometimes the seats are ripped up and stuff, but you're not going to keep all the seats in the bus. You're going to take
Right,
all the seats out.
right.
Sometimes they remove all the seats. So you know. And you would
All
do
the
it.
research that I've done on, like, I even halfway convinced my mom and stepdad on helping me get a loan for one. But when my friend offered me to rent to own this house down here, it was a better option at the time. Now looking on it in retrospect, it's like, was it really a good idea? It's only five
Well,
grand.
I should have
It's
gotten
only
a
five
car.
grand.
I should have gotten a, you know, like my HHR would have been a part of that because I could have slept. This one, I can't put a bed in the back of this one. This one is a little too small. I mean, the Fiat, you just can't put a bed in the back of this
Right. Pretty much. Mm.
100. You know, just can't put a bed in the back of it. Now, if I had a trailer to go behind it, you
Right.
know, a small trailer,
One
it
of
would
those
be
little
a lot.
pop-ups even.
I'd love to have a pop. I'd love to have a pop.
Right.
Because they're minimal, they're, you know, like a little, what are they? The Wyndham pop-ups. They're the one that look like a teardrop. I want
Ugh, I know. See, for me, my biggest fear as far as like RVs or renovating a school bus, a lot of people do propane. And it
it.
scares me.
It's
Even though
fun.
I was talking to my gas guy just yesterday because my water heater went out. He said, natural gas really isn't as scary as people think it is. He said, I was extremely scared of it before I went to school for it. He's like, but really, it's no big deal. I was like, yeah, but my biggest thing, what if the bottle shakes just right and it decides to explode? That would be my
I
luck.
don't think that'd be worry would be if it leaked and,
Right.
you know, because
Right.
we had a gas leak when we lived in Texas and it almost killed me and my mom.
Ugh.
And
No.
that was before they put the egg smell in the gas.
Right.
And
Well,
my
and I
dad,
learned something new yesterday with him coming by as well. Carbon monoxide, if you have an alarm, has to be towards the bottom because it settles. It does not
mm-hmm.
rise. I didn't know that.
Yeah, we have detectors because we had carbon monoxide poisoning in the house.
All right.
We
Ugh.
didn't know it. And Daddy got an alarm and the sucker went off one day. We had to call
Uh-uh.
the company to come out check our check the
That's
house.
scary.
That was scary, girl, I'm telling you. And we
Mm.
hadn't lived they lived here a year before I moved in. I was like, dude, y'all trying to kill me already?
Wow. That's
So yeah,
insane.
we've got the detectors beside our vents. And I said, no, that sucker better not go off.
Wow.
It's
That's
scary.
scary.
I don't like gas. I don't like gas at all because I went into Lee's house and her natural gas was leaking and I had to open every window. I had to call the fire department. And I didn't want to, but I had to because as a CNA, you got to go through and open the windows and you got to
Right.
call the police department. You got to report that there's a gas leak. We had a meeting that afternoon and I got in trouble because I couldn't stay and call the gas department. I'm like, dude, she had a gas leak. She couldn't leave. She could have killed herself. My
Wow.
boss was more than
That's nuts.
okay, I'm going. I love you.
I love you.
I will talk to you again soon.
Yes.
Macabre, it was nice to meet you. I don't know you, but hello, my name is Tina, Queen Tina, or Mama Bear, whatever you want to call me. Just don't call me late for dinner.
Amen to that. Peace, love, and chicken grease.
There you go. There you go. I love you. Remember to smile at somebody. You never know if that smile makes somebody's entire day. Share love I share with you with somebody else. I'll see you guys later, tomorrow, or the next day. I'm not sure when, but I'll see you guys. Mwah. I love you
Bye.
guys. Bye.